Denise savored the warm breeze left behind by the summer storm that had skirted the barrier islands, imagining it to be a caress from Charles across her cheek. Even after all this time, this place was magical to her. Thankful for the lull in the blistering heat that normally sat on the shoulders of the South Carolina Lowcountry, she drove her convertible with her top down. Days like this made her glad that she'd run from the stress in Chicago and moved to hide away in this hip bone of the country, even if these days were tinged with sadness. Old trees stretched over the narrow road, meeting in the middle and creating a green, mangled tunnel. In an earlier time, she would have spent evenings in her studio, recreating the tunnel on canvas, hoping to unlock some of its secrets. Charles used to laugh when she talked about the things her paintings revealed. He didn't believe, like she did, that sometimes her eyes saw things that were hidden beneath the surface, things that other people missed. On each trip to Kiawah Island, Denise had imagined that she had been traveling through the century of secrets the canopy of trees must have shared. Today was no different. This time, like other times before, she fancied herself being transported to a simpler place. Maybe not hundreds of years ago, back when Kiawah Island had been a plantation, but certainly one where she was not a widow. Back when her husband had been beside her and they'd ventured out to Buster's place, hidden deep in the swamp, together. 10 years ago, when they'd first come this way, there'd been almost nothing here. There were very few people and homes on Kiawah Island when they'd first built their place here, and even less on Bohicket Road and surrounding areas. But the PGA Tour had discovered their little golf course and put the tiny island on the map. After the famous golfers and television cameras had left, people kept coming. Then Buster's place had just been a spot that she and her friends would go, mainly by boat, when they decided to fall off their diets and enjoy some fish, fried South Carolina style. Her stomach growled as she remembered the taste of Buster's famous fried oysters. Last season, some golfer had discovered the place, and it had been featured on that grease-worshipping TV show, Diners, Dives, and Drive-Ins. Since then, you could barely get a skiff anywhere near the shore or a car in the parking lot on any day except Monday, the day when the tourists were turning over and headed back to wherever they'd come from. Monday was when the large antebellum-style homes that the owners rented to seasonal people were filled with cleaning teams, preparing for the next batch of visitors to check in, and when most of the few public eateries stood empty. Not that there were many. The islands were dotted with only a few local places other than the beach club, a haven that many of the regulars retreated to during high season when the rental homes were full.